Welcome to a new video from the Glories of History channel. More than 2,300 years ago, a Greek philosopher lived who changed the course of thinking in the world. His name was Aristotle. He is one of the greatest thinkers in history, and his ideas still influence us to this day. In this video, we will explore how Aristotle helped shape philosophy and science as we know them now, and why his influence is still present in our daily lives. Aristotle was born in Stagira, northern Greece, in 384 BC. His father was a doctor in the royal court, which sparked his early interest in natural sciences. At the age of 17, he moved to Athens to become a student at Plato's academy, where he studied under him for several years. However, Aristotle did not agree with Plato on some ideas. While Plato focused on abstract metaphysical concepts, Aristotle concentrated on the tangible reality. This difference led him to develop his own philosophy, which is considered more practical and methodical. Aristotle is considered the founder of logic as we know it today. He was the first to organize rational thinking and establish principles for deducing truths using logical reasoning. For example, if we say, "All humans are mortal," and "Socrates is a human," this inevitably means that Socrates is mortal. This way of thinking became the foundation for philosophical and natural sciences. But what set Aristotle apart is that he did not limit himself to abstract ideas. He used logical analysis to study nature and surrounding phenomena. Aristotle was also one of the first to study nature systematically. He attempted to understand the motion of celestial bodies and proposed theories about the movement of planets. Although he didn't know what we know today about space, he used an empirical method, which made him a pioneer of the scientific method. In other fields, like biology, he studied animals and plants, recording his observations, which are considered some of the earliest scientific attempts. In the realm of ethics, Aristotle developed an important concept of how to live well. He believed that happiness does not come from pleasures or luxury, but from a life based on virtue. One of his most famous concepts is the golden mean. For example, courage is the virtue between recklessness and cowardice. Aristotle believed that a person who seeks virtue achieves balance in their life. In the field of politics, the Greek philosopher Plato had a profound impact. In his famous work, The Republic, Plato discussed the ideal form of government. He believed that the ideal city-state should be characterized by complete justice, where each individual plays their natural role in society. He thought that governance should be in the hands of philosophers, who possess the wisdom and ability to distinguish between good and evil, making them the best suited. Aristotle's ideas did not only impact his own time, but had a major influence on Western philosophy. In the Middle Ages, many philosophers, such as Thomas Aquinas, relied on Aristotle's ideas to integrate philosophy with Christian theology. Muslim philosophers like Ibn Rushd translated and reinterpreted Aristotle's works during the Islamic Golden Age. With the advancement of science in modern times, scientists began adopting more precise and organized scientific methodologies. The experimental method developed by the philosopher Aristotle played a significant role in this direction, as he emphasized the importance of observation and experimentation in understanding natural phenomena. This experimental method became the foundation of the scientific method used by scientists today. When scientists such as Galileo and Newton came along, they greatly benefited from this systematic thinking. Galileo, for example, was the first to use a telescope to study the sky, leading to discoveries that changed our understanding of the universe. As for Newton, he developed the laws of motion and gravity, which required precise experiments and mathematical conclusions. These scientific discoveries would not have been possible without the use of the experimental method, which enhances logical and objective understanding of phenomena. This approach to scientific research has greatly contributed to the development of modern science, as it has made it possible to explain many natural phenomena in a precise and evidence-based manner. Therefore, the experimental method remains today the cornerstone of science, through which we can discover the laws that govern nature and apply them in various fields of life. In conclusion, the Greek philosopher Aristotle is considered one of the greatest minds in history, having made significant contributions to various fields such as philosophy, logic, ethics, politics, and biology. He provided profound insights into human nature and the world around us, leaving an intellectual legacy that continues to influence Western philosophy to this day. However, it is also important to acknowledge that some of his ideas were incorrect or outdated, such as his concepts about nature and biology, which have been surpassed with scientific progress. Nevertheless, Aristotle remains a source of inspiration for critical thinking and rational analysis, even though some of his views need to be reconsidered in the context of modern times.